What's up, gang? I love y'all so much. Shout out to my Magical Flowers gang. I love y'all. Thank you for rocking with Mama Magical, for going hard for me, for not playing about me in them comments. I see y'all. I love y'all so much. Shout out to my new gang members. Shout out to my new subscribers. I love y'all as well. Thank you for coming and enjoying my space. Get comfortable because we keep it real. We get the tea, which is the truth around here. So you can definitely reach me at my website at www.magicalflowerstarot.com for any personal readings. And readings regarding my YouTube channel, you can email me at magicalflowerstarot@yahoo.com. You can also email me at that email address as far as my podcast, and if you have any questions about that. Shout out to all who look at who listen to my podcast. It is available on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So I'm so excited about that. So let's get into this, y'all. This reading is regarding Jewell Caples, former First Lady of Deathrow Records. Yes, she helped to start it. It's a lot of creative input came from her, as far as even the Deathrow logo. She came up with that. If you are not familiar with her, she is a voice that sung Thug Passion on Tupac's song Thug Passion. So she has quite the history. She did not get her flowers. She did not get her just due. But fortunately, before she passed, she did a string of interviews with, shout out to Art of the Dialogues with YouTube channel. She did a string of interviews there, and she told a lot of stories about what she experienced, the things she's seen behind the scenes, and it's just a lot of speculation since she passed away. Of course, she came out with a video talking about, she only has so much months to live, and she was sick. She was open. She talked about that. She made a specific video addressing her fans and people who care for her, that she told Art of the Dialogue to release in case of her passing. So she definitely, she put a lot out there. She was a very interesting woman. She was a very talented. So we send our love and light to her and her children. But although she died of, I don't know if you guys want to call that natural causes, but there are people that still have suspicion, speculation. And when we're dealing with Hollywood, like we call it over here, Magical Flowers Tarot, you have to deal with people. These are some high magic people. These are people that know how to put things in your body, know how to do things to you to make you start having problems that might appear to be natural, and things like that. Y'all know we don't play on this channel about that. But we're gonna see what Spirit has to say about this. So this really ain't gonna be too long and drawn out, but I try my best to really get the the questions that you guys ask. So let's get into it, because I know y'all excited. So y'all already know how I do. I'm gonna start off the reading by tapping into her energy. We're not going to call on her. We're not going to call on her. Y'all already know Mama Magical don't play that. When people have just newly and freshly transitioned, we do not pull on their spirit at all. So what I am going to do is just read the circumstances around what happened to her. I'm not going to call on her and pull on her. We don't do that here. Not this early. So let's get into it, y'all. I always tell y'all, protect yourselves anytime we do readings. Put some on your head. Use some flavored water. Wash yourself down. Wipe yourself down with it. If you have cascarilla, put some on the back of your neck and your belly button, under your feet. Also, if you have the flavored water, rub it over your head and put it on the back of your neck. That ain't to scare y'all, but anything I do for myself for protection, I want my gang to do it too. So let's jump into this energy. Jewell Caples, Jewell Caples, Jewell Caples. So let's see. So the first question is her friends. What is their current energy? Do they have any suspicions? How do they really feel about her passing? Her friends, her children, people that knew her intimately and close. How do they feel about the way she passed? Are they at peace with it? Do they feel like it's more to the story? How do they truly feel about her passing? Jewell Caples, Jewell Caples, Jewell Caples. How do they really feel, Spirit? Wow. They're definitely concerned about her legacy. Let me tell you something. That lady was a star. Even though she didn't get her flowers, she didn't get what she deserved. But they felt like she definitely, you know, got cheated, you know, in this life. And all the contributions she did. Her legacy deserves more. Ten of Pentacles. Her children deserve more. You know, her name, her brand deserves more. They definitely felt like she was cheated. They definitely felt like the people around her did her dirty. Three of Pentacles. The people that she worked with in the music business. She never got her just due. She didn't get her money. It's like she had all these connections. She knew these people. She worked with great people. She worked along the side of legends. This is all this abundance around her, but it's reversed. So it's like a woman that looks like that she would have everything. She had nothing. And this is what concerns me. Wheel of Fortune. Bad timing. Bad circumstances. That's how they feel. Eight of Pentacles. Never just getting her work. They really feel like she was cheated. And they are hard up about that. And that money. I feel like they might try to even, someone might even try to, you know, fight on the behalf of her estate when it comes to that. But they feel like somebody fucked with her. It is some people out there that feel like she was sacrificed, her family and friends. They feel like someone purposely did something to her to bring her health down, to deteriorate her health. But all in all, they feel like this woman was strong. They feel like this woman was strong. So that's how they feel. So let's see what else comes up. What else Spirit is going to expose, child. So the next question is, how is Suge Knight feeling? When he first heard the news of Jewell, Caples, and I'm going to get to that Snoop Dogg and stuff too. Look at Suge Knight with that all red on. How does, you know, he was the leader, the Emperor reversed. How did he feel about her death? How did he really feel about her? There it go. Eight of Cups, a spiritual journey. The Lovers reversed. That's interesting. The World. He know that she didn't get paid the way she was supposed to. The Hollywood. He know what time it is. He know what's up. Eight of Wands. He knows what's up. We gonna see though. I'm gonna ask the question if it was a sacrifice just for y'all. But she never got, I just got a chill on my right leg. But she, that was strong. He knows. He knows what's up with that. She was speaking out too much, she feel. And I feel like this is representing, because you know she had what she said was allegedly was an affair, a relationship with Snoop. I feel like that energy is coming through with that too. Also, this is representing her passing. And this represents a spiritual journey too, Eight of Cups. And, you know, this also, traditionally, it can represent a breakup. And we know that she had left Deathrow. So I feel like this is just a strain between her and Suge Knight. I feel like Suge Knight feel like it was the Hollywood shit. Because, mind you, Suge Knight is the one that made the statement about Eazy-E being injected with HIV. Don't let that go over your head. But he definitely felt like she was talking too much. And it was a message sent. This also represents her message to the world. So he definitely watched that shit too. But he felt like she talked too much. That's how he felt. And I feel like he knew it was coming. Ten of Cups. Reverse. The Deathrow family and her family. He knew how this was going. He knew what her talking to the world, what it was going to do. And that all black. Seven of Wands reverse. This is Suge. So the next question is, so she definitely made some claims that Suge Knight tried to stop her quote-unquote shine, stop her stardom, you know, and just really put her out there. And, you know, he was the reason why she missed some golden opportunities. Is that true, Spirit? Did Suge Knight ever try to stop or did he ever try to create blockages in Jewell's career? Did he ever try to create any type of blockages in her career? Did he ever try to stop the growth of her career at any time, to any degree? Did he do that, Spirit? Yep, Three of Pentacles reversed. Death. See how that card keep coming up? Knight of Cups. He was slick about it too. The Chariot. That Suge Knight was a mug. I'm telling y'all. He was an MFer. Red flag. Manipulation. I told you. He was really slick with it too. Very manipulative. Ten of Cups again. The family. The Deathrow family. So he definitely did. He did. And it stressed the hell out of Jewels. But then when I look at this, we know Four of Wands traditionally means rest, restoration, rejuvenation, putting something to rest. I feel like this is representing her career. Put that shit on hold. Let it rest on the shelf. If y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Queen of Swords, she definitely had problems with Suge too. She said, where's my money? Y'all see that hand out? Mean. She wasn't playing. Her legacy. She said, why the fuck I'm not getting what I deserve? Y'all know how much I put into Deathrow. Just bad timing. Bad luck. Just not. He know what he did, y'all. She wasn't lying about that. So the next question is, so we're going to jump into Snoop. Now, first, before we get to Snoop and Shantae, because y'all know she had brought up the fact that she dated Snoop and, you know, when he was with Shantae. We're going to get into that. But y'all know the story that she told about Dr. Dre. And I guess, you know, a lot of people found it funny that he didn't even acknowledge her when she passed away. At least Snoop threw her up in the stories for a second on his IG. But Dr. Dre didn't. She said one day, after being away from Death Row and not seeing Dr. Dre, this was back in the 90s for a while, that she was happy to see him because she looked at him like a brother. And then, you know, when she came up to him, you know, he basically asked her so many words for a threesome, said she was looking good, and he was just acting weird. And she said that hurt her. She cried about it. She couldn't believe that he would even come at her like that, and she ain't never seen him since. So we already know Dr. Dre, he got his history of being petty and an abuser. So what is his true feelings? What was his true feelings towards Jewell when she passed? Because he did not even acknowledge her. What was his true feelings towards Jewell? What is his true feelings towards Jewell? Past. Six of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. He tried to stop her money too. He tried to stop anything that was owed to her. He tried to put a stop to that. Lovers. That Lovers card. Just bumping heads. Arguments. He was being petty with that. Six of Wands. He was being petty, and that's why he didn't celebrate her when she passed away. And then just look at the angel too. Just look at the angel. And he did try to do something with her, but I feel like this is just kind of representing, you know, her new energy, her new transition, if you will, an angel or a spirit being where she is now. Highly weird. Dr. Dre know what's up. King of Swords, that's him too, with his cold-hearted self. Page of Pentacles, this is her. This is her back in the 90s, in her prime, in the late 80s, working hard, putting in that work, building up herself, building up Death Row as well. So he know that she deserved that, but she deserved that recognition, but he didn't give it to her because he was being petty. He got real petty feelings about her death, very cold-hearted, and he definitely did try to stop any way that he could, try to stop her from getting what she was due. And the Lovers reversed to me lets me know that they didn't fuck around with each other like that. Well, this is how he felt for her. There was no love. That's why I was reversed. No, I do not believe they had any type of affair. I think that's more for Snoop. But speaking of Snoop, let's get on that. Okay, so what was Snoop's feelings towards Jewel's? First of all, was there any truth to that claim that Jewell made that she had an affair with Snoop? She said that, you know, it was a time where I guess Snoop, I guess y'all don't even know if you could call it an affair, because I'm not sure if Snoop was actually married to Shantae. I think that he was back then, but they kind of had some type of separation for a couple of months. And she said that she was Snoop's girl, and she used to bring food up there to them, and you know. And then one day he decided to get back with his, what she said, quote unquote, boo boo Shantae, and she said it just like that, you know. And he just cut her off, never talked to her again, you know. So was that true? Was that story true, Spirit? Yep, they did have a new little young love between the two of them. The Star, yep. And she had hope with it too. Page of Swords reversed. Feel like that was Shantae. Ace of Pentacles. She stopped that shit. Shantae peeped that shit and she was like, hell no, you would not come up with Snoop after I've been fucking with him all this time. Matter of fact, none of you will, because I'm going to always be there. Two of Wands. Judgment. Death. This is her. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. She was telling the truth about that. Six of this is that painful breakup. It was painful when he stopped talking to her. Seven of Swords, sneakiness too. So Snoop was being on bullshit from fucking with her, you know, in the first place. But what she wished and hoped for quickly just plummeted. She was not happy at all about how the shit went down. Pleasure turned into pain in that situation. And she felt like Snoop was definitely sneaky as fuck and manipulative. And it hurt her. And Shantae was peeping that shit. And she said, hell no. Two of Wands. What kind of plan was this, though? Let me find out. He tried to use Jewell for sex. Because you know, what they talked about in that interview was she was... I ain't gonna go there. I'll let y'all just watch her interviews. Y'all, those who watched it, y'all know where I'm going with that. Why I would even say that. So, okay, so that was true. So how is Snoop's feelings towards Jewell? How was his feelings towards Jewell when she passed away? How was his feelings? Let me find out this was some type of plan. I don't know how yet, though. I kind of do, though. I'm going to let Spirit speak first. He glad it's over with. He wanted her to shut up. Ten of Swords. You see that? Ending. Stop. This also can represent murder, too. But he was tired of that shit. She was talking too much through the media with that phone, with YouTube, social media. And she was getting ready to come out with a podcast. Manifestations. A burden was lifted when she passed. I told y'all he was happy. Page of Pentacles. He didn't want all them new opportunities that was coming up. Children. This is interesting to me. Pettiness again, just like with Dr. Dre. Three of Cups. Let me find out he was celebrating. Because they was worried about what she was going to come out and say. Five of Swords. Deep conflict. The beef was deep. Just put it like that. Look at these swords. The beef was deep. And he was glad that shit was over with. That's a lot of childish, immature energy as well. Because you know Snoop is an opportunist. He's been trying to build up Deathrow too. A new Deathrow. So how did Shantae feel about Jewell's in her comments? Because y'all know that she said that, you know, Jewell in that interview, you know, in that interview, they said she even wore Snoop's jacket when she talked about their history. How did Shantae feel about Jewell's in her comments? Bulletproof. Shantae, she used to that type of shit. It didn't shock her, I say. The Tower. It didn't absolutely shock her. But I do feel like she felt a way about it. And I felt like she definitely talked to Snoop and said, don't fuck with that lady at all. But y'all know Shantae, she got a different type of strength. I'm not saying that she bulletproof and she don't got no type of, you know, true deep heart. But sometimes you just get numb to shit. You so used to this type of shit with your husband. But he told her he can't work with her no more. Absolutely not. This is Snoop. This is him being a star. But she's a different kind of strong, y'all. I'm telling you. But that basically, you know. I think she felt like I think she was kind of shocked and surprised at the fact that, yeah, we know that you fucked around, but why are you talking about it now? I feel like I hear Shantae saying, like, why is she bringing that shit up now? I don't feel like it was a tower moment, like it was just like a big shock and surprise, but more so of, like I said, why now? Why would you talk about this shit? And that was in the 90s. But he definitely said he couldn't fuck. She definitely was like, well, you can't fuck with her no more. Judgment, exact. A lot of judging in the situation. Talked about her a little bit. Talked shit about Jewel's a little bit. She was not happy with, she was not pleased with the interview at all. And she wanted her to shut the fuck up too. The tower moment. The world. She's like, why are you telling everybody this shit? We know. We know. Eight of Cups. Interesting. Sending Miss Jewell on her way. But a part of her is glad that there will be no more interviews coming out. That's the truth. Okay, so one more question about that was, why did Jewell even feel the need to tell everyone that? Spirit, show us the energy behind that interview and those comments, those statements that Jewell made regarding Snoop Dogg, Calvin Brothers. Why did she tell the world that at this point in her life? What was her reasoning? Why did she feel the need to get that off her chest? There's a little bit of jealousy in the situation as well. Because I feel like Jewell really did like him. She kind of saw a future with him, but that was dead. But I feel like Four of Swords, she definitely wanted to get that off her chest. She wanted to just get a lot out. That's been weighing on her for a while. Ace of Swords. She wanted to tell her truth. Ace of Swords reversed. She wanted to tell her truth. And like I said, that's been on her mind for a long time. Her truth, her legacy. She wanted to tell it for herself. Also, just in case anybody else ever tried to. The Hermit. See that computer? Social media. That's a way of communication. You know, she wanted to make sure that she knew she was going to leave soon. And she wanted to tell her own stories the way that she wanted to tell them. But it was a little bit of envy and jealousy towards Shantae. She definitely felt some type of way. Page of Pentacles. Telling her story. And this, I also feel like this is just her representing as a young woman at that time when it happened. Page of Cups. Children. And I feel like it's a little bit of immaturity in the mix too when she said that. Just, you know, just jealous. We're going to keep it real. A bird in reverse. Like I said, I feel like she kind of just wants to get that off her chest. It's been on her mind for a long time how Snoop played her. You know, she got a little jealousy towards Shantae. You know, and that's just what it is. It was really unfortunate. Coldness from Snoop, just cutting her off like that. She didn't appreciate that shit. So she wanted to tell her story, how she wanted to tell it. Four of Pentacles. Ooh, she stood, and she's standing on it too. She stood on that story, didn't she? She said, y'all not just going to forget my contributions to anything. I'm going to tell my story because I was just a part of Deathrow as any of the rest of y'all was. That's why. Because simply she wanted to. And a little bit of mix of everything else. Jealousy, envy. Been on her mind. She wanted to get it off her chest. She wanted to let a lot of things to rest by getting it off her chest. That was just her way of doing it. Okay, so moving on away from that. Did Deathrow owe her any money? Did Deathrow owe her money? I think we know that though, but let's just, you know, that was her claim. Does Deathrow still owe her any money to her estate? Is there money owed to Jewell's estate from Deathrow? Money, yep. Yep, legacy. Look at all that money. That value, Hermit. They tried to, this is when they iced her out. The Empress reverse. Showing her no love. Stopping her career. Yep, they owe her money. But they sneaky asses. They played her. They definitely didn't want her to grow and shine. They stopped her music career from cultivating the way that it was because she was very ambitious. She was very passionate about her music. Did Snoop ever plan on paying her? Did Snoop ever plan on giving her kids any money? Did Snoop plan on giving her kids any money? You know, since he want to take over Deathrow and all. Is he going to... Make sure y'all watch my Snoop reading too. I'll probably link it down below. I said link it down below. Link it below. Does Snoop ever plan on giving her kids any money? Nope. He planned on moving forward the way he moved forward. High Priestess. Reverse. Just deep secrets, the occult. We already know Snoop is about that occult life. Knight of Pentacles reverse. Nope. I said that. Nope. He planned on moving forward. Over it. Look at them arms crossed, closed off, ain't giving you nothing. Manipulative, sneaky, magic. This is Snoop's energy that we pulling on. So this is why all this type of shit coming up. Y'all already know what Snoop about. Watch that reading. Two of Wands. Nope. If he was, he not no more, especially since he talked about it. If he did have a plan to do it. Two of Pentacles reverse. That's money. Betrayal. Nope. But y'all see what Snoop is about. Them cards came out blatant, didn't they? So let's talk about does Lachelle, that's her friend from that Snoop Dogg's, that's Suge Knight's cousin, was actually in her recent interviews, Jewell's recent interviews, talking about Deathrow stories. She was a girl, she was a comedian, she was Suge Knight's cousin, and she was a girl that was riding in a yellow drop top with Tupac during the music video To Live and Die in LA. So did she feel that there was any foul play in her death? Did she have any suspicion? You know, did she feel like something was done to deteriorate Jewell's Caples? And mind you, that they were getting ready to start a podcast together, Jewell and Lachelle. I think it would have started already had Jewell had not passed, because that was one of the last, I believe, things that Jewell was promoting on her IG. Does she feel suspicious? Does Lachelle feel suspicious? Yep, there it go. Yep. It did not sit well with her. Just Jewell's just not getting her money. She knows that she was owed a lot of money and they weren't trying to pay her. She feel like it's about that. Money again. Two of Pentacles. The balance, the story, the truth is off. Empress reverse. Yep. Money. Not being given. Lies. Lies being told. A tower moment. Destruction. Destroy. Plus the devil. She definitely have her suspicions, but she ain't going to speak on it because she wants to stay alive. But I feel like Lachelle, she going to tell her story her way, though. I don't think she going to be as blatant and upfront about everything, but Lachelle got some plans for something. So we going to watch out for that. Okay, so y'all want to know, okay, so it was a big thing saying that Jewell and Lachelle was the last two. Okay, that was already admitted, this part, that they was the last two people to smoke a blunt with Biggie. And shortly after Biggie left them from smoking some weed, smoking a blunt at the studio, I believe, he died. He was shot up 20 minutes later. And because of that, a lot of people were saying that Jewell and Lachelle had killed him, which they completely denied. They told their story on the interview and said that was false. But what y'all want to know is, did they have any knowledge at all what would happen to Biggie in LA that night? Because remember, LA was hot back then. Tupac had just passed not too long ago. People was mad about that. So did they have any idea as to what would happen to Biggie that night in LA? Any idea to any degree? Even if they didn't have anything to do with the setup, did they know that it was coming? at all. Have they heard, even if they just heard anything? Eight of Swords. Somebody being bound up, trapped, and tied. A trap. That's what this looking like to me. Two of Cups reversed. Sacrifice. There it go. Two of Swords. Manifestation. You can't trust your friends. He was set up by people he trusted. People he thought he was cool with. I tell you that. And then you see two women here. And then you see a sacrifice. And then you see somebody that almost look like they've been, like I said, tied up. Tied up, kidnapped, thrown in trunk. That's what I'm saying. Even though that didn't happen to Biggie. But this is the energy I'm getting from that. Three of Wands. They knew that somebody, I feel, was going to do something. Page of Cups. That Page of Cups keep coming up. Nine of Swords. Knight of Swords. To me, I see murder when I see this too. Charging at somebody with a sword. What you think gonna happen? Knight of Cups. So I feel like it was some women involved. For sure. People he was close to. People he trusted was involved. He was drinking. He was smoking that night. We already know that. Look at that blood. There was several people involved as well. They knew something. They knew something. So before we close out this reading, I'm going to just ask for y'all. Was Jewell's death a sacrifice? Because you know Snoop is starting up his Deathrow and all of that. But we going to see, was her death a sacrifice? I feel like this love is Snoop. Snoop. Lies. Was her death a sacrifice? Jealousy. Lovers. Let me find out Miss Shantae, child. Her being an angel. That's the representation of her. Another angel. Deep paranoia, shame, guilt. King of Pentacles, not wanting to pay money. Queen of Pentacles. One thing for sure I would tell y'all, that they did not want Jewell to get anything. Any royalties, anything. Manipulation. Page of Swords. Partying. They was happy. Somebody snitched on. Somebody was really watching this lady. She had a right to feel paranoid the way she was. It was a lot of manipulation. Look at them swords over her. To me, I feel like that represents a murder too. Ace of Pentacles, no money. Her family. Karma. Justice. The devil. The world. The fool. Regret, past, shame. Marriage. A married couple. They didn't like that she was there. I just got chills all down my right leg, y'all. There it is. Plan. Yep. I feel like somebody has some type of... Now, I'm not saying that, you know, she didn't have any health issues. But we know, we talking about Hollywood, y'all. Hollywood. They know how to make anything look like it should look. This is Hollywood. They set the stage. They create movies. They create TV shows. Hollywood is an illusion. So y'all take that how the fuck y'all want to take it. It is what it is. I know it. I know what I see. I'm going to let y'all take that. And I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do with that. That was Miss Jewell's, the star, who did not get what she deserved. We're going to send light and love to Miss Lachelle, y'all. And I'm going to end it right there. I'm not about to do no shadow read and none of that. Because like I said, she just transitioned and we're not trying to pull on her spirit. That's not what we're doing here. So Gang, what y'all think? I hope I answered y'all questions. Let's talk about this because I've been following this story for a while as well. So talk to me in the comments. I might even talk about this on my podcast. So let's talk about his comments. I mean, did y'all pick up on anything? Did y'all see anything that I didn't mention? Tell me about your stories. What did you guys heard? Does anybody know any of them personally? I'm going through these comments because I want to read it. Of course, like I said, I'm going to link my other videos below. That Snoop Dogg reading. I think you guys should watch that. I'll try to link my podcast below for y'all too, but I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. Again, you can reach me for any personal readings at www.magicalflowerstarot.com. For all other readings, inquiries regarding my podcast or my YouTube, you can email me at magicalflowerstarot@yahoo.com. You can find me on Twitter and IG with the same name. So I'm just going to end this with so much love, light, protection, peace of mind, prosperity, abundance, lots of love, and good health to all of my subscribers, all of my family members, my gang members, and all the things that I pray for you all. I pray for myself. Until next time, Ashe.